How y'all doing? Thank y'all for watching the G Rich Show. I am your host, the one and only Granville Richardson. Today we doing something completely different. I had to have this young lady come on. She is a phenomenal artist. She graduated from Savannah College, Savannah College Art and Design.
Yes.
Okay, I had to get it right. I see they had it abbreviated. I had to look and see what that meant. She graduated from Savannah College Art and Design. She's doing her thing in the art industry. Y'all give it up. Y'all give it up for the one and only Tiffany Skyers.
Hey.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely.
When I seen your art for the first time at Simone event, I was like, man. As soon as I seen you, I was like, I gotta have her on.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Man, your art is just so it's it's it ain't it's hard to explain because like it has so many beautiful colors and you showing beautiful black women. We gonna get into it. We gonna get into it.
Okay.
I do a whole biography on your art right now, but we gonna definitely get into it.
Okay.
The first question I always ask any guest that come on, I ask them, "What city are you from? What side of town? And what high school did you go to?"
So I was raised in Charlotte.
Okay, shout it out. Shout out Charlotte for
Yes,
sure.
Charlotte. But I was born in the Bronx, came from Jersey, then I came here.
Okay. So how long did you stay in the Bronx and in Jersey?
Honestly, not long. Till
Not
I
long.
was like 6.
Okay, because I hear the
that's
southern
my-
twang. You ain't hit.
Oh yeah, I'm from Charlotte. Don't get it twisted. I'm from Charlotte.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
High school.
Yeah.
I went to Harding University High.
Look. My whole family, my mama, my aunts, my cousins, my sister, they all went to Hart. You know, I went
That's
to Barry. Don't
So I
don't
mean,
don't do that on here.
a lot of people say down the street. That's
Oh,
what we say. Down
okay.
the street.
The Battle
But,
of
you know,
Allegheny for
it's
sure.
Cool. It's cool. No,
For
y'all
sure.
are cool too.
Nah, don't do that.
Y'all are cool too. I won't do that.
So tell me how it was growing up in Charlotte, North Carolina.
It was pretty amazing. I'm actually really glad we came here.
For sure.
I had a childhood. We grew up North Side, little suburbia, Concord Mills area.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was outside every day. Not like the kids today.
These
Not
kids
like the
today
kids
just like to
today.
sit in the house and be on that phone and on that video game. That's crazy.
Right. So we were outside skateboarding, dancing, sitting on cars, you know, the works, just
Yeah.
having fun, being kids. Yeah, walking the malls.
Look. How long was y'all out in Concord? Were you in Concord when Concord Mills was first made, or y'all was it already?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you that. I'm 30. So
Okay.
maybe that'll kind of
Look, I'm
gauge
30.
it a
I'm
little
37. I'm 37. I remember when
Yeah.
Concord Mills was first made.
bit. Really?
Yeah, I remember
That's
when it was
dope.
brand new.
Yeah, I was there when the 485 did not exist. I was there when it was the alpacas and chickens running down the street.
Oh yeah, you was out there
Like,
for
I
a
was there
minute.
for a while,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the country. That was when Concord. Now, if you go a little further down the street for real,
Yeah.
it get real country down there in Concord for real now.
Ironically, I'm in Kannapolis now.
Okay.
So, yeah, we definitely got a little country up there too. But
I was thinking about moving to Kannapolis because the rent's so high down here in Charlotte, and the rent in Kannapolis is a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
Like it's either Kannapolis or Salisbury, one of them two places right there.
yeah, I went there for the mortgage. Like
You
a
were there-
better
yeah,
mortgage.
heck yeah. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I do not blame you.
Oh, yeah.
So growing up, did you grow up with your mom and your dad, or just your mom or just your dad?
Both.
You grew, oh,
my parents.
let's go.
Yeah, I'm blessed. I can
Yeah.
definitely say I'm blessed.
Tell me some of the things that your mom and dad, some of the lessons your mom and dad taught you as a kid that you carry on with you today.
There are so many lessons, but just don't stop.
For sure.
Like, if you have a dream, pursue it wholeheartedly. Never settle for less. I think one of the biggest lessons my parents taught me as a kid was like, it's okay to come home with the F's. But if you come home with the F's, we need to know that you worked hard for it.
For real.
You know?
Shoot, I definitely came home with
I
the
definitely
F.
came home with the F's too, so don't feel bad.
So, what's your mom and your dad's name?
Paul and Janet.
Man, shout out Mr. Paul and Miss Janet,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
for sure. How long they been married?
I can't tell you that much. I'm gonna guess around 30.
Whoo!
Around 30. 32
Woo!
maybe? 32?
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Mr. Paul and Miss Jenny doing their thing. 30
Oh,
plus
yes.
years.
Something to aspire to.
Heck yeah, heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can't. Hey, you don't hear that too. It's only been one other guest that said something like that. I think her parents was married for like 28 years.
Oh,
So
wow.
I always love to hear when parents stay together. That's so. It's kind of rare these days for real. So man, shout out Mr. Paul and Miss Jenny.
I do want to mention, don't get me wrong, life gets hard. But I think the blessing in it is that even though when life got hard, they still worked through it.
Absolutely,
And that's what I
absolutely.
appreciate.
Everything ain't all peaches and cream. Like if you've been
Right.
together for 30 years, it's some stuff that your pops probably do. Your mama be like, I hate when he do that. And I
What?
bet you some stuff your mama do that your pops be like, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, how were you in high school? Were you the class clown? Were you the nerdy kid? Were you the quiet kid? Were you the bad kid? How were you in high school?
I was everything.
You was everything mixed in one.
I was everything. I was that floater kid.
For real.
So I was one of those kids that would like hop group to group and hang with a little bit of everybody.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
okay.
I tried to be well rounded.
Okay, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with being well rounded. I was the clown.
Yeah.
I was bringing them F's homes. I wanted to be the comedian in the class. So
See, I had my moments where I got kicked out.
Oh.
But you know, I try to play Miss Nice and you know, I get back.
okay.
We gotta a little bit of both.
Because Hardin, like a lot of people don't know, Hardin, like academically wise, that shit ain't an easy school. Like y'all got some hard courses there. Like
No, but it set me up for my future because when I got to college was a breeze.
Exactly.
So I appreciate it.
Because Hardin it's not a high school, it's a university. See, I'm giving y'all all y'all praises, but you straight up diss my school.
Okay, y'all are hard too. I give you that.
No, it's not.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
Just taught me something, but go ahead.
It's easy peasy. I still was bringing home them F's.
No.
So, how did you get into art? Is this something that you were doing as a kid, or as you got a little bit older, you started to gradually get into it?
So I have been doing art my whole life.
Oh.
My whole life. I brag about how like when I was a kid, my parents would get me like just not my parents, my aunts and uncles.
Mhm.
They would get me little art kits.
Oh snap!
And actually, the first time my grandmother noticed that I was really into it was when I would go to her house and I would just grab everything, like any art utensil, and just
Get the drawing.
make something. Yeah, make something out of it. So I've always been hands-on, always have been creative, but I didn't actually start painting on physical canvases until about 2013.
Oh, so you been in the game for a minute, for
Yeah.
real. That's shout your grandma out. What's your grandma's name?
Miss Faye, Sister Faye.
Shout out Sister Faye for sure. She probably didn't even know what she was doing when she was getting your family was getting you all that art. They didn't know that it was gonna turn into something big like this for real.
Not at all. Not at all.
That's dope. That's dope. Now you went to the SGAD, which is Savannah College Art and Design. Tell me about that whole experience right there.
It was a culture shock.
It was
for real.
What
Um,
what was so different? You had to actually go to Savannah.
I went to Savannah. Yeah.
That's Georgia.
That's Georgia. The community at the school was very different than how they portray art school on TV.
Okay.
On TV, they make it seem very boho, hippie, you know what I'm saying? Like kumbaya moments. And when I went, I got a lot of Comic-Con moments. So, like, the first day of school, I don't know, like orientation and all that. Everyone's regular, they're in sweats, they're chilling, you know, whatever. And then the first day of school, we got furries walking up the road. We got people in anime costumes. It was just, then you had like people who look like high fashion models in their best dress. So it was a little bit of everything.
Wow.
Sound kids with their headphones on. It was a lot. And maybe after like by week 2, everybody went back to normal. So that was, yeah.
It was interesting. What did you like? What were some of the classes you took out there that like helped you with your artwork?
I took a couple painting class. I actually went for graphic design. Well, no, I went for visual effects.
Okay.
And because I was really into movies, FX channel, that was all me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sitting there, I loved the commercials. But I deviated a little bit because I did have the hobby of painting at the time.
Okay.
And so like basic painting classes, oil classes, the life drawing class was an intense class for me, but I feel like they helped shape the artist that I am today.
So what happens in the what'd you say, the life drawing class?
Yes.
What do y'all actually do in that class? Because you said it was intense. Like,
So I just thought it was us just drawing like the human figure and just looking at it.
yeah.
But it got a lot deeper than that.
Hmm.
We did a lot of science and a lot of studying of the human body, the skeleton, the muscles.
So you like, man, it's a lot, man.
Yeah.
I thought we was about to just.
I ain't signed up for all that. But it made so much sense because if you don't know the muscles and what's underneath, how can you know what's covering it on top
Absolutely.
of it? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But it was cool because we also had like fun experiences where, so something SCAD prides themselves on is taking artists into the city. And
Okay.
this university isn't the physical building, but the city itself.
Okay.
So we'd go to like museums and see sculptures, and so we'd get to draw the sculptures in the square and stuff like that, as opposed to sitting in the classroom 24/7.
That's dope. At least you got to get out of the classroom. I
Right.
can't stand just sitting in one spot. That'll drive me crazy
I
for
don't have
real.
the focus for it at all.
Now, if you could describe your art with a couple of sentences, how would you just describe your art? Because it's different from everybody else's. Like, how would Tiffany describe her art?
Vibrant and bold.
Absolutely.
Impactful. That, I mean, colorful.
Yes, yes,
Just
yes.
colorful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's literally everything inside being thrown up on a canvas.
That's dope. Like, I
Yeah.
love the colors you use. Like, we gonna show y'all some art before this episode. She got some dope stuff on here for sure. We gonna show y'all some of her beautiful art. Now, it's different types of paintings that people use. Like, I was researching. Like, you got some people that use oil-based paintings, and what's the other one? I don't.
Oil, acrylic, watercolor, gouache. The list goes on.
Look, she said gouache. You.
Yeah.
Which one do you use? Hold on. What is gouache?
So gouache is, okay, don't quote me on this, but based off of my experience, gouache is like acrylic,
Mm-hmm.
but watered down. And so when you apply it, it can be runny, kind of like watercolor,
Okay.
but sticky and tacky like acrylic.
Okay. Only time I heard about acrylic is when my old lady get her nails done.
Right. Right. But I mean, I feel like some of the powders and the mixes are very similar. So,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a plastic almost.
Okay. So so which one do you use on your paintings? What kind of is it oil based? Is it
So 95% of the time I use acrylic.
acrylic?
Yeah,
Okay.
the other 5 maybe I'll use oil.
Like, what's the
difference?
Yeah, the difference between oil and acrylic?
So acrylic, I can use it straight out the tube.
Okay.
And it dries really quickly. And when it dries, like say if I poured it and let it sit like a glump, it kind of feels like plastic.
Okay. Okay.
With oil, I don't even know what the base is, but you usually have to mix some type of what they call medium,
Mhm.
which is like an oil,
Okay.
into the paint. It has a loud odor, and even though it takes a lot longer to dry.
Okay.
But the beauty of doing oil is that you can blend and mix and take your time
Okay.
building it up.
Okay.
But it's best to do something like that in like a ventilated room.
Okay. So with you just saying you get to take your time with your art. Like, how long does it usually take you to do like some of these beautiful paintings like right here?
So for personal work, it can vary. The longest I've honestly taken was 3 years on a painting.
For real?
For real. Just because I was not satisfied, I kept putting it down, coming back to it. The shortest, it could literally be a day or a couple hours.
Okay.
But for commission work, it usually takes about like 2 weeks.
Okay. Okay. Commission work. I know that's right.
I know.
Pay me my money.
Oh, yes.
Now, talking about getting paid for art, like, what are some? A lot of people don't get paid for their art. So how does it feel to like be able to get paid for something that you love doing?
Because I've been doing it for a while,
Mm-hmm.
at this point, it feels like a double-edged sword.
Okay.
So it feels so amazing for people to want to request things specifically from me.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I also kind of feel stifled as an artist creatively,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of wish people would just buy the art that I've already made.
Yeah, because they want a particular type of thing, and you like
Right.
I just like to do what comes to my mind, right?
Right. And some of the stuff that they will ask and the requests, they're either things I've had requests that are just very far out.
What's
And then,
what's the craziest request you've had?
um, I don't want to like put that out there because I feel like
What they gonna know you talking about?
yeah. And
Y'all know who y'all are.
um, but yeah, like yeah. Some of the stuff are just very complicated, or like for example, a lot of people ask for portraits.
Okay.
And I can do portraits. However, the reason why some of my portraits that I do personally look so well is because I probably am familiar with the face or people I know. So it's like it becomes something that's ingrained in my mind. So it comes out naturally.
So if your mom was like, make a portrait of me, you could be,
Right.
yeah.
But like if I don't know you and it's just a random photo, like yeah, 2 weeks I can try, but it probably isn't as nice as if I waited like a month, 2 months, 3 months to work on someone else's.
I'll tell them give me some more time for real because like I seen one painting you did, I think of Bryce Young, the Carolina. Yeah, I was like, that's dope. That's dope as hell right there. I might have to get me one of them for real. How long did it take you to do that one?
That was 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Dang.
Yeah. But that was digital, so it made it a lot easier.
What's digital is all computer?
So, like I said, I'm a graphic designer, so I do like digital illustrations on my tablet as well.
Okay. Yeah, that's fire. That's one of the ones I seen. I was like that. I was like, man, I love you because you know, as you can see, I love them Panthers now for real. Now, do you remember your first time ever doing an art show?
Yes.
Were you nervous?
No.
You wasn't?
No. I was excited. I think I was so young. I wasn't that young, but I was in high school.
That's young.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, that's young. If you was in high school, yeah.
Yeah, like a junior or senior.
Oh yeah, that's real young. Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah. This was my first official show as an artist, like Tiffany. Not like like how you have group shows in school and stuff. It wasn't like that. It was actually at Tremont, I think it's called. It doesn't exist anymore.
It's in Charlotte?
It was in Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was with a company called Raw Artists.
Okay.
And it was intense because you had to like get X amount of tickets for people to come, but because I'm brand new, like how am I gonna get tickets for people to come? That was stressful. But it was just a dope vibe. Like the place was blacked out. They had the lights, the neons was pretty dope. We put our stuff on grids, and it was just nice to see the community appreciate my art, and they've never even seen me before.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm telling you, hey, even when we went to Simone thing, my old lady was like, your art is almost like a showstopper. Like we immediately, it really draws your eyes to it. I was like, man, we had to get a couple pieces. She hasn't even put it in. She said, I gotta make sure it's in a special frame, and I gotta make sure it's in the right spot to put it in. So we still got it in the bag and everything. It's right there in the living room. She said, I'm not just gonna put it willy nilly. She talking about taking down some other art and putting yours up.
That's an honor. She was sweet.
Yeah.
She made me excited about what I was doing.
She definitely loves your art, especially that. But we gonna get into it, y'all. We gonna. I keep pointing over
He's
there.
Like, we
gonna get into it. Now, with you being an artist, what is your Mount Rushmore of artists that you just love?
They are kind of like me, up and coming, but they're a little further along than I am.
Okay.
Or maybe more so. My top, her name is Olivia Gwen. Olivia Gwen. She is the sweetest. Our vibe is actually very similar. But something about the way that she blends her work, it just seems so seamless. But she pours her heart into her pieces. And then she's kind, which you don't always find.
Hold up, you got some mean artists?
You got mean everybody. Yeah.
How you gonna be an artist and be an asshole?
Because I feel like sometimes people have either been burned before or they. I mean, being an artist, I have been around some clout chasers or like people who want to get to know you to be a part of things that you've got going on.
Nah, bro,
Um,
you can't hop on this train, buddy.
yeah, and that's why you got them be artists. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So like Olivia, she's a sweetheart. Abiel Designs.
Okay.
I met her maybe in 2017. She's one of those people that will support and love on other black female artists from
Absolutely.
afar.
Now that's dope.
But,
Now that's dope.
oh
That's
yeah,
dope.
but she pushes her brand, and I am proud of her for where she is
Heck yeah.
and where she's come from. And then I love this person because she's a hustler. A lot of people know her. What is her name? Ah, I'm mad that I just forgot her
Look,
name.
it'll pop up too. It'll pop up.
It'll come up.
Whenever it come up, just blurt it out. Whenever it come around.
Right, Eureka.
Whenever it come around, just blurt her name out.
I could talk about her though real quick. Regardless, she has her stuff in things like in places like Home Goods.
Okay.
And that is so big to me because I'm just selling through my website, through my social media. But for you to start getting your stuff into
actual stores,
that's hard as an artist.
So with that being said, what is some of your biggest goals that you're trying to reach with doing art?
Honestly, I want to make a nonprofit for profit in the future.
Okay, now you going to make? Ain't no try. We don't do the trying on here. That's what's gonna happen. We speak it. God dang on right. God dang on right.
It's coming.
So what are some of the things that you need? Some of the essentials that you need to get your mind state right to get ready to make a beautiful painting.
Oh, I have a ritual every weekend. I clean my house. That's the first thing.
Saging and
yeah, man.
Look.
Dishes have to be washed. The floor has to be mopped. Everything. To the point where sometimes I run out of time to paint because I just feel like cluttered. The mind feels cluttered if it's not.
If everything ain't clean in the house, right?
Yeah. Turn on some good music or good TV.
For sure.
And then it's either a big cup of tea or just a little drink.
Oh, I feel you. What kind of music you listen to while you painting? She in there listening to Gucci Mane.
Honestly, no. I really love Kiana Lede.
Okay.
Kehlani. I'm really into like smooth music. I want to say like genres, but nowadays everybody's genres all mixed up.
For sure.
It's kind of hard to
put a pin on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is one of your quotes I got off of your Instagram, and you said, "Art is your therapy, but when your story becomes relatable and resonates with others, it gives me so much joy to see their appreciation." Can you elaborate on that? I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, but I thought that was a dope quote from you.
Yeah, because I make my art for me as my therapy and healing, but it's not for me. I went to a show before Black Girl Art Show. There was a show called The Emoji Show or something like that. And I was a part of that show, and it was talking about like mental health and wellness. And there were so many men and women coming up, and were just just having moments, and it was. I don't know.
How do you feel when people do that? Like, for real? Like, when people just stop and be like, "Oh my God."
It feels like a job well done. Like, yes, ma'am, you did that. Nah, like, a lot of my pieces have a lot of symbolism, and not everybody gets the symbolism, but if you had a similar experience, you definitely will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I can't do it no more. I'm gonna go ahead and hey, y'all, I'm about to bring the art in.
Heck
y'all gotta see the symbolism for sure. Is it certain? This one right here in front. I gotta.
And not all of them have symbolism. I'll say that too.
It's the one behind this one with the eye and this one behind.
Oh
here.
yes. Is it Catch My Eye?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I got that one. I'm gonna do this one first. careful with people's stuff.
No, I get it. I appreciate it.
Yeah. When Simone was over here, she was like, "You don't gotta treat it like a baby." Yes, the hell
Yes,
I
you
do.
do.
Oh man, y'all see
Okay.
that? Woo wee.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Now, what is this piece called here?
Remember to live.
Remember to live.
Yes.
Okay. So how long did it take you to make this painting right here? This is amazing. This when we
Thank
was at the
you.
show, this is what caught my eye for real. I just love these colors right here. That
And it's so crazy that you love the colors because this was like a 360 from all the art that I've done in the past. Um, this along with the other paintings, it's kind of at the moment it's a trilogy, but it was going through my process throughout a year of like emotional growth and changes and like how I was feeling. Um,
it's fire as hell.
Thank you. I got like distracted. What did you ask me about?
I forgot too. I just started looking too. Like this is fire as hell for
Yeah.
real. Like how long did it take you to make this?
How long did it take me to make this? This took about 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Like I see you got the palm trees. Is that city skylines or something right here?
Yes. So my family is from the islands. We're from Jamaica.
Okay, shot.
Hey, I go on, right? No, yeah. So we're from Jamaica, and that's why you have the palm trees.
Okay.
This piece, like I said, is a part of a journey, and more so my journey through with motherhood, dealing with motherhood.
Okay.
I was in a relationship. I had a fiance, and he had a child, and we were splitting up.
Okay.
This is the splitting up point. And I was trying to figure out who did I want to be, not only to that child, but to my future children.
Okay.
But also thinking about, like, what were the mothers before me like? And why do I aspire so much to be like them? And it's called Remember to Live because I'm taking care of my heart. And it's about taking care of you, although you're trying to be that for others.
Right. Now, how do you get the shiny... How did you do that?
So it's gold foil. So there's
Okay.
like an adhesive that you dip into, you put it on, and then you place the foil on top, rub it off, and that comes through.
Man, this is amazing. Let me show y'all the other arts. She got some more paintings, y'all. Hold on, give me a second. You hold.
Got it.
Okay. Make sure I treat this thing like a baby.
If you want, well.
We bought this one.
Okay.
Set this right here for just a second. Set these. That's dope, man.
Okay.
Right there. Take a seat.
Thank you.
Okay, what's the name of this painting here?
So this one's called Catch My Eye. It actually came before the other painting that you just saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's a trilogy.
Right.
Okay.
So with Catch My Eye, it was literally about my man, catch my eye, get my attention. Like, what are you doing right now? The whole point of having the mountain is like you have to go through trials and triumphs to the top of the mountain to get to me. I'm kind of blinded right now. There's a haze, there's a fog, but I'm trying to find my roots. Yeah. And, treat yourself like a queen. Treat yourself like royalty. Hold your head high. Respect yourself and he will respect you.
Absolutely.
And it's so crazy because I'm telling you about this. And when you're doing it, I'm not thinking any of that. But sometimes, like, as I'm creating it or, like, as I step back and I assess, like, what does it mean to me? Those are the things that...
So you start painting and it just comes out.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I love how you do that right there. I love how you blend that with the orange and the man.
Thank you.
And she has her crown on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely dope. What caught my eye about it was the flower over her eye. That's my favorite part of the whole painting for sure. But
Thank
you were
you.
saying that that was meaning that she was blinded.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what's the little you already told me the man climbing the mountain basically you gonna go through trials and triumph.
Mhm.
It's fire.
Yeah.
And how long did it take you to make this one here?
Maybe 6 months.
Woo.
And that's because I was kind of doing it simultaneously with the other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me. What made you like cut like?
Cut her in half.
Yeah.
So, like I said, graphic design. A part of my process, my process for pieces like these,
Mm-hmm.
I put images into Photoshop and I cut and mold and kind of collage pieces together,
Mm-hmm.
and then I paint it after I've collaged it.
Okay.
Just cause I don't know, like
It's your art.
Photoshop
You
is
really
cool,
gotta.
but
It's your stuff.
yeah, it's all digital and jagged, and you know what I'm
For
saying.
real.
And you can blend only but so much, but I feel like when you see it as a painting, it just has a different feel to it, and that's my first love. So,
This your out of all your paintings, is this your favorite one? That's one of my questions. What is your favorite painting? And I know that's hard to ask an artist that, right?
Yeah.
For real, because Simone's like, I don't really know, because all of them so close to you. So
I have like a top 5, and this is definitely in the top 5.
okay,
Yeah, this is definitely
okay.
in the top 5.
And what is it called one more time?
Catch my eye.
Catch My Eye, y'all. This is Catch My Eye. All right, let me bring some more over here. Be careful. This over.
I'm just hearing the background music. That's a vibe.
Yeah, I had to put on the Erykah Badu style music. Usually I had the rap music playing.
Nice.
So you do art. I ain't want to have a Gucci Man instrumentals.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna bring 2 of them.
Okay. Or do you want to do that one first, since it goes?
Yes, it's this the trilogy, right?
Yeah, and I can take those for you, so you
Okay,
don't have to get up
okay.
again. Give me all that extra work. All right.
Only the artists get the cool music. Everybody else gets Gucci Mane. So
All right.
what's the name of this piece here?
Monarch.
Monarch.
Yeah.
Of course, you got that beauty. I'm telling you.
So apologies to the people who probably got it mislabeled, but it's called Monarch.
Okay.
I don't know. This was a come into Jesus moment. Like, this was just a moment where it's like everything went full cycle, and I don't know. You're standing in the breeze. You're just feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a feel good moment that I was in, and I just wanted to feel happy, feel free, and Monarch kind of comes from the monarch butterfly that the flowers were kind of reminding me of.
Okay.
And just remember that you are a queen, and everything that you've gone through and been through, like the storm is over, and just enjoy where you are. And be in the present, in the moment. That's kind of what it is.
For sure. Now, a lot of your paintings, I noticed you have beautiful black women on it. Like, what's the meaning behind that? I think that's dope as hell. You showing how beautiful black women are, like, for real.
So it's actually crazy you mentioned black women. So a lot of my featured art kind of comes out that way, but my art is actually very diverse.
Diverse, okay.
Yeah, I have different races in my artwork, and I know some people feel a way about that, but my family is very
They can feel the way all they want to feel. It's your art. They can feel what?
We got a little bit of everything in our family. My family is very blended, and I just see I think it's a beautiful thing because it could show that you can appreciate everybody for their different cultures, where they come from, and who they are. The reason why so many of them tend to be this skin tone is because that's my skin tone. You know, like, I'm talking about me and my experiences.
Absolutely.
So I will say that peeves me when I go into certain situations and people say, well, why don't I see this kind of art? Or why don't I see more women like this or more men? And I'm like, well, is that who I am? Because that's not why I started this. You know?
How could...
I try.
That's what... You can't tell me how to make my art because it's my art.
It's my art.
Exactly. Like when you were saying earlier, like when someone else asks you to make a portrait, it kind of, you know, you can't really put your like if I were to ask you to make a portrait of me, I'd be like, take as long as you want and put your own dash on it.
I appreciate that.
Put your, it don't have to look exactly how the portrait looks. Just put your own there because it's your art. It's something about your art that people want. You know what I'm saying? So why would I want to like cage you in a box? And none of your artists, it don't feel like you caged in for real. So.
Well, thank you.
So this one is called Monarch.
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty.
It's so funny you said that though, because I feel like a lot of people, they're looking for fast art, and so that's why this thing with like the whole AI has like shot through the roof, because I mean we live in a fast society. You're trying to get things quickly, and it's cool, but like. You knew Mother's Day was coming from last year. You
should have been
out. You could have given me some time.
They'll call you a week before. I'm trying to get a
right. Like,
so do you feel like AI's kind of destroying the
culture of art?
Yeah.
I have mixed views on that because I can see the benefits and I've used it and it's been helpful to me on projects, but I think. It almost feels like stolen art. Because it's coming from somewhere. There's a source that's coming from something. So it's coming from our art that we are creating, and you're turning it to something else, but then you're going to tell us that it's not, infringing on copyright? So how does that work? But I don't know. I don't try to overthink things anymore. I'm like, this is my lane. I'm staying to my lane. I'm pushing it as hard as I can. You guys either love me or hate me. At the end of the day, if y'all not here, I'm still gonna be painting.
Absolutely, so. Absolutely. Okay, this is Monarch, y'all.
Yeah,
that's dope.
I can take it from
okay.
Let's do this. It's actually not as easy as I thought it would be. Okay, do you want to do both or one? Or?
Yeah, you can do both. You hold one and I'll hold one. I never seen this one though.
Oh no. Yeah, so these can be seen.
Ooh, that's fire.
Thank you. These are from the Journey collection.
Okay.
One is called Witnessing Creation. The other one is called Visionary.
Okay.
This one actually came first. I don't know. A bucket list place of mine is Thailand. I've just seen so many like videos and images, and the water is beautiful. Their caves are phenomenal. It's just gorgeous to me. And this is actually a friend of mine. Shout out to Lauren.
Yeah, shout out Lauren. Shout out Lauren. Like, are these like? What are these? Are they eyes or planets or?
So they were meant at first to be. Actually, no. This is the first one. This is the first one. Yeah. At first, they were meant to be moons. And to your point, like. Planets, but then I started thinking, I was like, spirits, they talk about spirits being in orb shape, so it just kind of felt like, how do I put this in words, just a coming to self, or being surrounded by like peace or like loved ones, or like, I don't know, just cherishing day-to-day moments. I actually had story about this one.
What's the story behind it?
So I'm not gonna tell too much about my business, but this man came up to my booth and was like, "How did you do that? Have you been there before?" Because apparently it's a place actually in Thailand.
Okay.
And I said no. He's like, "Do you travel in your dreams?" And I was like, "No, I don't travel in my dreams. What are you talking about?"
I do.
I was like, "I just have dreams." I was just like, I just have dreams and I just go places like anybody else. But he was mentioning, he was like, the angle at which I painted it, because the painting's a little bit bigger than this.
Okay.
The angle that I painted it from is from like a specific beach where it's illegal to take photos. And he's like, when you go there, people take it immediately. They'll bum rush you. Like, it's just not.
So he was just like, how did you get that view for that painting if you've never been there and you can't take photos right there?
Right. And I told him, I was like, well, I look at pictures and in my head, I just kind of put them together and assume that that's where it's going to be.
Okay.
And that came out of it. So I thought that was a pretty beautiful thing. And then when I told him the name was Visionary, it kind of just blew his mind. And it blew my mind a little bit too, because I was like, this was done before I ever met you.
Wow.
But, yeah, just fun fact.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah. Like y'all, this is some of her art. Y'all gotta. Hey, how can they purchase some of this art?
So my website is actually under construction, but it should be done by the end of this weekend.
Okay,
But TiffanySkyers.com.
for sure.
You can find me on Instagram at Creative Artistry, and from Creative Artistry, you can DM me. I'm not one of those people that are like, just go to the email or just do this, just do that. Like,
She said you can connect,
hit
you
me
can contact
up.
directly.
Right.
Okay.
Don't be a stranger. I like talking to people about my art. So.
Okay. All right. I had just watched. I forgot the name of this movie, but it was it's a movie with the lady that played in Kill Bill, and she had an art museum. It's I forgot the name. It's real good. If you haven't seen it, I want you to watch it because I think you'll love it. And I'll find it. I'll find it. I forgot what it's called, but you definitely got to watch it. You'll love that movie. It's about art and having an art gallery, and her art wasn't really selling, and it got Samuel L. Jackson in it too. And one of the dudes that started making art was called the Bag Man because he was killing people with putting bags over their head. And but his art ended up, it just blew up out of nowhere, and everybody was trying to figure out who's the Bag Man, who's the Bag Man. It's a real good. I'm gonna have to put you. I'm gonna have to put you on that. Now, I also see that not only do you do art on canvases, but you also put art on shoes and pocketbooks. And I've seen, like you said, you've been driving and you'll be out and about and you see somebody with some of your art on the clothing or have a hat on. Like, how does that feel to see somebody wearing your art?
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I actually got a message the other day, and I should have posted about it, but I didn't. I once did a show in Columbus, Georgia, and I met a young lady there. She's another artist, and she randomly hit me up and said, "Tiffany, I am driving down the street right now through my neighborhood." I said, "Okay." And she's like, she just pulled up to a house where people were moving into the house, and she saw them pull out my canvas out their car. And I was like, "Shut up, you're just talking, like, you just making stuff up." But like, I'm about to cry, but I'm like, it makes you really emotional, because you're like, I'm in a whole nother state.
Yep, you getting out there.
Yeah.
Oh, you worldwide with it.
What? No, like, for real. I got work in Germany. That threw me, some little girls, she had to be like 16, was like, "I want your sweatshirt, please send it to me." Sent work to Germany. So like, it's dumb. I always feel so small and so insignificant until there's like a moment where someone's like, "I saw your piece here." I was joking with my brother last night, actually, on the phone, and I was like, "You know when I feel like I made it? When I find my t-shirt in Plato's closet." Because then that means Plato sees value in your shirt.
And somebody had that shirt, and then somebody else is gonna buy that shirt right there. That's crazy to have your art like reach all around the world. Like, what is your biggest? Did I ask you what is your biggest goal like with the art?
To give back to the community.
I did ask you that.
Yeah.
To start your nonprofit.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Now, like I said, like, how do you what kind of oil, what kind of paint do you use to put on the pocketbooks? You know, because I've seen you take a regular pair of white shoes and transform it into something completely different. Like, what kind of paint is that?
It's fabric paint and leather paint. So Angelus, I believe, is the brand that I like using. Yeah, like, they have these little mediums that you mix in so that it can go on different textures. Okay. And it's been my thing.
For sure, man. Them shits is fun. I'm trying not to cuss as much as I usually cuss on episodes.
Why?
Because we have a lady in the building.
But that's nice. Respect. I appreciate it.
And plus, sometimes I feel like they be when I post my videos, they be trying to take my views. Yeah, because I be saying so many cuss. Now, if it was a rapper, I'd be letting it fly. But today we ain't doing that. Now, what would Tiffany now tell Tiffany when she was in high school? What's some advice Tiffany now would tell younger Tiffany? Because I know you done went through trials and triumphs, and what would you tell young Tiffany?
It's like, it has to do with my art, but not with my art at the same time. don't get distracted.
For
And I
real.
like men, y'all are amazing creatures, but like don't get distracted because like yeah, I, relationships are amazing when they're amazing,
Mm-hmm.
but if it's not fulfilling you, walk away.
Absolutely.
We do this thing where we find someone that we're great with,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not great with like long term.
Right.
And we sit in it because we're like, oh well, this works for me. I'm getting this from that. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I was with somebody for low key clout too, and it wasn't even that I wanted what they had. It was something where we were benefiting each other.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he was a rapper. I was, and he know who he is. He was a rapper, and I was an artist, and I got to do creative
Mm-hmm. So y'all kind of like
things together.
under,
Collabs.
understood each other because he's being creative with his music and you being creative with your art. So
Right.
they kind of mesh together.
Right.
So
And we blew up.
So let me ask you this question: is Tiffany single now?
Oh yeah.
Okay. 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 No. Okay.
Yeah.
If what's your what kind of man is Tiffany looking for?
Oh.
The type. What
I
if
should've
you
known
if you
better.
if you could put a man together like how you do your paintings? What would be the picture perfect man for Tiffany?
I used to be so specific,
Mm-hmm.
but like at this point, it's someone who brings me peace and encouragement.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't like, and I'm gonna be honest. I have to be attracted to you too. It's
Don't lie. Don't
yeah,
lie. You
I
can't be
can't
ugly as
say- because I feel like.
She said you can't be ugly as hell.
I mean, I've been through experiences where I'm like, let me get out the box, you know, let me try something new, and then that back's like something happens, and I'm not gonna lie, when you're attracted to that person,
Mm-hmm.
there's that little thing, that little charm that they have that pulls you back in.
Absolutely.
But if you don't have that charm, I'm just like, why am I here at this point?
You can hit the door.
Right.
Hey, but what if he ugly as hell, but he fit all the other boxes to the T? I mean, he ugly as hell though.
It sounds really bad, but
No, he ugly as hell though.
I'm gonna say no, because you put me on the spot.
Ah.
I kind of wanted to be like, yeah, but let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real.
Okay.
You better be able to dress or something.
For
like
real.
we have to make it look right.
Okay.
Something.
Okay. He can be ugly, but he gotta be. Nah, you can't be ugly, bro.
And it's my standards of ugly, not society standards.
Exactly.
Because I saw one woman. She was on Viola Davis's post the other day, and she was calling herself ugly. And I was looking at that girl. I was like, you are beautiful. And I could see how people could probably say that because she looked unique. She looked different.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, beautifully, just love yourself. Just
Right.
love on yourself.
That's a
that
big.
makes you beautiful.
Absolutely. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. And people can tell when you don't love yourself for real. It just sits on you, like, for real. I can tell that you got an aura about you, like you brighten up the, like when you came here, I feel like woosah.
Nah, because best believe I feel like I have my ugly moments too. We all got our ugly moments.
My thing is, I always say this: if even with my old lady, when she take her wig off and be looking crazy, if I don't love you when you looking crazy as hell, then I don't need to be around you when you looking at your looking top tier.
Exactly.
For real.
Exactly.
Now, I know I asked your Mount Rushmore artists, but is it any local artists that you like, that you really connected with in the Charlotte area?
You know her, Simone.
Man, shout out, that's my homie. Shout out the homie.
Yeah, she's been real dope. She, like, you know, you have people that will tell you, oh, I got your back, I'll support you, XYZ. But she really, like, when she tells you she rocks with you, she rocks with you.
I call her my sister. I call her my
that's
little
awesome.
sister, and I mean that with every bone. That's my. If she call me and need something, I'll pull up right then. I rocks with Simone heavy.
Yeah. And she has like you said, she has a tribe.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel the people that I meet after meeting her, beautiful people.
Yeah, because she won't have nobody just. She can't have. She don't like bad energy or have anybody just around her willy nilly. Everybody just be on positive. Even at her event, it just felt like everybody was up. I wanted to take my shoes off and just walk in the grass. I just felt like.
Aww.
Everybody just had a positive vibe to them.
Yeah.
I could feel it for sure.
Yeah. But I also want to shout out somebody else.
Man, shout them out.
My my bestie. My bestie. She doesn't live here anymore. But her name is. She goes by Kristen Armani.
Okay.
Salasia. Sorry.
Okay.
Right now she's in Connecticut and she tries to like downplay herself, and she isn't doing public art like she once was. But we met in high school and we started this thing together, and you know, life takes you where it takes you. But I'm so proud of her. She's back in school. She's in Italy right now.
What?
Like studying art. Like who can say that? You know, psychology.
She gonna get back into it. Get back into it.
So like I have to shout her out and give her kudos too.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
Is it anybody else you want to shout out in the local area?
Last person.
Okay.
Healing Through Art. I just met her, and like I said,
that's her name.
That's her social name.
Healing Through
Art. And
okay.
so that's how I know her.
Okay.
But I met her through Simone too.
Okay.
And she just has like such a bubbly energy, and she's so supportive, and yeah, she's hit me up for prints and supported what I had to do. She showed up to my art events, you know, and now I just hope to be able to be that person for her too.
So she giving you support, and you feel like I'm gonna give you the same support. That's
right.
dope. Now,
right.
Like, what does your mom and dad say when they see some of your paintings for real? Because they really like your whole family kind of like molded you into doing art. Like, what is your family, friends, and mom and dad? What do they say when they see some of these phenomenal paintings that you making?
Can I be honest? Yeah. Nothing. And that's not a bad thing. My parents have been so supportive through everything. My brother, I just did the Dreamville event. My brother sponsored me so I could go to the Dreamville
shout out.
event.
Is he your older brother or younger brother?
Younger brother.
And shout out younger brother for real.
Oh yeah, and I get so discouraged and like so heartbroken because I'm like, when I show y'all my art, y'all don't say nothing anymore. Like, is it not good? Blah blah. They're just like, Tiffany, it's all good. It's all good at this point. Like, we just know that you're going to produce good. So at this point, like, we're just, and it's nice to hear it because they will tell me, oh yeah, that was the piece. You know, like I just did the Joker the other day, and I put the way I presented to them was so dope. Like it was after like a long night of drinks, and like I took them into the driveway and turned on my headlights, and it was pitch black outside, and showed them, and it just glowed, and it. You should have seen their reaction. Jaws dropped.
So the painting actually glows?
It doesn't glow, but the lighting, the way the lighting hit, it felt like I was in.
You gotta let me see that one for real. Did you post that one on Instagram?
I did. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
I'm gonna have to go through there and see. I didn't see that one.
Yeah. I had a microcon recently, and it blew up for like a little bit, but I think I could have hyped it up before I.
Okay. Now I see you do. Not only are you in Charlotte showing off your art. Like, what are some of your favorite cities for art? Like, I think I seen you. You were in New York. Am I not mistaken?
No, not New York yet. Not New York yet.
Yeah, god dang on right. Yet. It ain't happened yet.
But my favorites have been DC and Miami.
DC and Miami.
Yeah,
DC.
I've done a lot of Atlanta too, but DC and Miami are my heavy hitters. I get appreciated out there.
What's so different about DC and Miami?
So Miami, because I have the island flair, like people eat it up, especially the tourists. They all want those colors, the vibrancy, the foliage, you know. And it feels like home when I'm out there. Like, no disrespect to Charlotte.
No,
but I mean, I've been called the white girl out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain energies.
Because you speak proper?
Because I speak proper. But
yeah, listen, we gotta stop that shit. Everybody
oh my God.
Everybody is not a country bumpkin and speak. Just because somebody speaks properly, they call you a white girl. That's because I speak proper English.
And my interests too sometimes.
What are some
in high school, not like.
What are some of your interests? You like comic books and See, I'm a nerd.
Anime, Switch.
Look, I'm nerdy too.
I was like, Pops, and you came in. I was like, I can't be taking pictures of his stuff. Like, let me
You can
chill.
do it. I don't care. You
like,
make me feel good if you take a picture. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Like I'm a poison ivy fiend, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, Florida, like something about it. I think because I'm from the islands, a lot of the people there are from the Caribbean.
Absolutely.
So when I go into places and there's certain foods, I'm like, yes, I know this food. Like I can enjoy. And even if I don't know it, I enjoy it.
Absolutely.
I love the spices. I love the foods. I love the people. Like I have this spot down there where you pull up and the men are outside playing chess. Like I'm used to the guys in the garage playing dominoes, you know, stuff like that. So it's just a vibe when I'm down there.
What's your favorite Jamaican dish? Like, is your mom and your pops are Jamaican?
Both of them are Jamaican.
So I know your mama cooks some good stuff, man.
I love your mama, but
oh no! So pops the cooker.
Yes, he taught her how to cook.
So what dish do your daddy make that make you? What's your pop's favorite dish that he fixes?
My dad does a good steamed fish. Steamed fish, and yes, with the head on. Steamed fish, and
you eat the eyes.
No, I'm American.
Look, my old lady,
get that
she like the steamed fish. She said it gotta have the egg, and she eats the eyes. I'm like,
bless her. My daddy can do it, but I can't do it.
Oh no, me neither.
I don't even want to know what it tastes like. Like
maybe it might be it might be good for your body. It might be.
I don't know. I have a strong feeling that it probably holds a lot of the flavor. I have a very strong feeling.
I'll never find
out. But the texture, I just think of mango poppers. That's so I'm like, I'm good on that.
She said she gonna eat the steamed fish, but she is not eating the eyes for sure.
Stuffed steamed fish at that.
Now, I have this new segment. I only did it with one other person, and this part of the show is called Fans, Family, and Friends, where I get a question from either a fan, one of your family, or one of your friends. And today's question is from the one and only Simone Atkins, the homie.
Hey.
Now, Simone asked me to ask you, what is the biggest inspiration behind the women you paint in your pieces?
Oh, that is an amazing one. That one always tears me up. I ain't gonna lie. My mother and grandmothers. There's a lot of work that is about matriarchy.
Okay.
The women in my family being immigrants have gone through a lot. In terms of like having children, the circumstances of which they had them, childbearing, coming to the States and starting fresh, or just sending their kids away to do better and then following their kids afterwards. I think all the time about like where I am, like me going to college is because of my grandmother.
For sure.
Yeah, she put money away, and that wasn't her job. It shouldn't. I mean, depending on the family you come from, it's either your parents or it's your job to go to school.
Absolutely.
I didn't have a high respect for school, but when I found out that she was putting in so much, I had to go. And I had to show out when I go because her money couldn't have been wasted.
Absolutely.
But she's coming from cleaning people's houses, to becoming an accountant and getting her degree in her 50s, 60s, paying off her mortgage so that her kids could have the house. And now your daughter, I didn't mention this, but I'm a administrator and childcare teacher. Her daughter owns a childcare now, and it's a big establishment. It's not no little hole-in-the-wall place. So it's like for you to set us up so we can do better. And my other grandmothers have done the same for my father. So I love them. The women are strong in my family. The women are very strong.
That's dope, man. Have you and you said your people are from Jamaica, right? When the last time you
Man, it's been too long. I haven't been since I was 19 years old.
Oh, you got to go back.
Yeah.
You got to take a trip back.
11 years, yeah. But there's things in the world that make it tough. But it is a dream of mine to have my family there when I have my family. You know what I'm saying?
What you gonna have an art gallery out there?
That would be so fire.
Man, what?
That would be so fire. Oh my god! And you putting whole new ideas in my head that I haven't. Haven't thought of before, but that would be very fire.
Yeah. Now we starting to get down to the last parts of the interview. This man, I could sit up here and ask you questions. I don't want to have you here for 2-3 hours. I'll be asking you questions all dang on day. Now, if you had any, I ask this question to everybody that comes on the show. If you had any words of advice or keys to success for someone trying to get into art that's thinking about it, and you know what I'm saying, what would Tiffany tell them?
Branch out, network, talk to people. Don't be like Tiffany. Don't isolate yourself. Like, talk to people. I think my biggest challenge has been leaving Charlotte in high school and coming back because I just felt like everything was so different. There were people that I left behind that grew up that I did a lot of artistic endeavors with that found their footing, and me coming back kind of didn't flow back in as I thought it would have.
Okay.
So I kind of feel like I'm on ground zero again, but life is also very busy, so it's kind of hard to be able to go to those coffee shop dates on a Thursday morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a job. Like, I can't do...
Absolutely. You gotta pay them bills.
Right. So, finding where you fit in and commit to where you fit in, and right now mine has been vending. Okay. And hopefully one day...
Nah, we don't do the hopefully one days on here.
Well, the reason why I say hopefully one day is because I am still figuring out which direction my journey is going to go in. You know, so...
Like your paintings, follow your heart.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
I'm always going to follow my heart. It's just, I have such... I'm in my state of peace right now.
For real.
And so it's kind of hard to dream big.
Bro.
And that's how... No. When I say dream big, I mean like... Because I want to make sure I'm clear with this.
Okay.
I have big dreams, but I really love the idea of being that stay-at-home mom with my kids and just having a giant canvas and we just throw paint at it.
See, like, that's dope.
That's my dream right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people try to belittle that and be like, oh, well, you're not being a six-figure. But that, to me, I mean, that's fulfillment. Like, I'm doing something for the next generation. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Like, some people get on me when I tell them what my dream is. I just, like, I love podcasting. I love to make millions of dollars. Like, but if I don't, I just want to stay somewhere far away where I can plant food, my own food, have my dogs run around and have a family. I don't need a Maserati. I just need one car. And we just live off the land and stuff like that. Like, that's all I want.
I don't know if it's our generation, but I feel like what we attained for is just different than previous. And I also think it could be different because they didn't have a choice.
Right.
Like,
They
had to. My parents have set me up where I don't have to do that anymore.
Absolutely. Mine
you
too.
know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, I do want to set my kids up so they don't have to also.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what I mean when I say, like, I don't know which direction my journey is going to go in, but we'll see. Oh,
it's going up.
It's
going up. I'm so happy to have you on because I want, like, probably in a couple years or so, you be on time and shit. I'm like, I got the interview. I got the interview before they did.
I will, because I'm, like, that's one thing I'm very strong on. Like, don't forget the people that you knew years before. Like,
For sure.
They're a part of that growth that you
gone
through. Like,
I got you. Now, if somebody wanted to contact you, get a painting, or book you for a show, could you drop your tags, your Instagram, your TikTok, your MySpace, your Facebook?
So everything is creative artistry, and it's TIFF, CreatiFF artistry.
Okay.
Email tiffany.skyers@yahoo, but I don't tell people to email me. I'd rather you hit me up through social media because everything is just there. Or hit me up through the website because everything that's on the website comes straight to me. Okay.
All right, y'all. We done had, this is one of my homeboys told me stop saying this your favorite interview because you're going to make people, I don't give a damn. This has been one of my favorite interviews for sure, man. Hey y'all, thank y'all for watching the G Rich Show. We got the one and only Tiffany Skyers in the building. We out.